Hello, good morning. And today is Friday the 13th. Isn't that exciting? I love, love, love Friday the 13th, okay? And it was actually just in time that I connected to my kitty, reconnected to her because it's just been a trip. But, that's something to that. Anyway, I'm not going to get into detail about that. I want to talk about my witchery and kind of where I come from and my perspective when it comes to witchcraft. There's a lot going on right now. Like, honestly, I'm just focused on staying protected and keeping my loved ones and my clients protected during all of the craziness. And I wanted to mention the Nottoway plantation that burned on May the 15th of 2025 on a Thursday in Louisiana. So that is nice. Okay? Everybody's celebrating that. Do I think that it burning was a sign? Absolutely. I really do. Okay? Am I more so concerned about air quality at this point? Yes, I am. But you know what? It wasn't a chemical burn. It was a house burning. So let me get to my point. When it comes to a lot of how I am, speaking of Louisiana, I am the type of witch. I am a lot like one of my idols, Marie Laveau. And I would love to one day go and visit Louisiana so that I can have the experience, the true experience, to visit the haunted houses and locations and grave sites of Marie Laveau. I'm a big fan. And so when it comes to that, but my relationship with the craft, and I don't want to say my relationship with the craft but what I do want to say is that as far as the perspective that I come from is I am a lot like her, because for me, it is not just something that is a personal of great personal importance to me. My craft and being a witch, it is my identity. It is who I am. When it comes to certain things, here's my whole thing about it. I'm about the business, like Marie Laveau. You don't really hear me speaking out much in social media about civil rights issues. In fact, that particular thing, the whole racism thing, it just kind of came along with social media. It annoys me, not when I hear it coming from, blacks, obviously, black people, my people, Native Americans, but when it happens, any type of racism happens, it's annoying to me. It really is. For me, it's about business. I ignore it. I'm a lot like Marie Laveau, my idol. Okay? She did spiritual work for every race. She did spiritual work for black people, a lot of spiritual work, a lot. She helped a lot. In fact, for a lot of black people, she would do free work. And I heard that somewhere. Don't quote her on that, but I've heard that somewhere. I'm sure I did, to where she would help out black people for free. And so, but she did spiritual work and got paid by everybody. She did spiritual work for black folk, white folk, anybody that was paying. That's who she did spiritual work for. I hope that people understand where I'm coming from when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And I'm real serious about my business. Um, as far as like making sure that making sure that business is not negatively affected by all of that. Why does this look greasy and oily right here? Wow. Yeah, I get real irritated because for me, I have a love of the craft. It's not that, I ignore the civil rights movement and stuff. It's just that for me, it's about business. For me, it's about business. It is, and then also my love of the craft, my love of, practicing and everything. It's something that I live for. What more can I say? I know for a fact that Marie Laveau was the same exact way she was. In fact, Marie Laveau actually married a white man. She actually married a white man. She actually, I think she married a couple of white men. Okay, so she was, but, she was still good to the black community. Anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. For me, you know, it's not, for me, my main concern is business. And yeah, it is a spiritual calling, it is a real calling, especially when it comes to healing people, okay, especially when it comes to helping people. I'm not in a position to do free work for anybody. I'm not in a financial position to do that. I believe that Marie Laveau was married to a very wealthy white man, I believe. So, she probably had more leeway. I'm not married, not yet at least. Yeah, so I hope that we're understood. Yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts are on that. And I mean, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah. Does that make me a sellout? No. Um, you know, I, what do y'all think of that? What do y'all think of what I just said? Leave a comment. Bye.